Awesome. Hey, welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. It's been kind of a crazy couple of weeks. Elizabeth is here from MainStreet. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, that's pretty
And believe it or not, I was at the softball game, producing the softball game Saturday afternoon.
And
Got about to the second inning of the second game, and I swear I was nodding off.
I believe it.
You know, fortunately, I'm behind everybody. I'm back in the corner, okay? I've got a little table. I got my computer, I got my screen.
You're like, no one will notice.
You know, and everybody else is, looking out the window out on the game. And and I catch myself a couple of times,
Need more coffee. Need more.
and I couldn't leave to go get get coffee, and I don't think they had
I feel
any.
you. That was me all weekend too.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy weekend.
Now Sunday wasn't so bad. I went out to the Yucca Blossom Sunday, and Big Nate was doing the remote, and I got them all set up for that. And I found that sarsaparilla has healing qualities.
Ah, nice.
So all that. How'd the car show go?
It was wonderful.
Awesome.
It was great. Packed. We had, I believe, it was a record of how many cars actually entered. We had 250
Oh, that is
cars.
a record. Yeah.
250 cars that were registered and showed, and we had over 140 cars in the parade on Friday night. And I know that because I counted them from the Bulldog parking lot and then was told by others while our parade was, while it was still ending, cars were entering, that wanted to join, which was great. So we guesstimated about 140, maybe a little bit more. So it was really fun. And what beautiful weather. I mean, we all looked out for everything that was going on in Artesia this past weekend. But yeah, car show was wonderful. Food vendors were sold out of food by 1:30, 2 o'clock. Like, oh my gosh. I said, yeah. People just came out and had a great time and got to see all the fun old cars, and we had music, and it was a really good day downtown.
Excellent.
People were shopping. It was fun.
Let's not do that next week. Let's wait a while before we do that
I know.
again.
This is like after every year after Red Dirt Black Gold, someone says either to me or someone on the committee, this is great. We should do this every weekend. And we're all like, oh my gosh, for the year long that it takes to plan these things. So, but yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Well, there were a lot of people in town because you mentioned the 250 cars in the car show.
Yeah.
Talking to Tammy at the Yucca Blossom, they had like 2,000 people go through that event on Saturday, plus their Sunday audience. There were a lot of food trucks in town. What did you have downtown for food trucks?
Oh, goodness. We had 5 different food trucks, and they were all different. We had Eli's Bistro from Roswell. We had Sanders Roasted Corn. We had Tex-Mex Burgers and More from Carlsbad. We had My Daddy's Barbecue from Carlsbad. And then we also had Go Concessions from Lovington. So we had a good group from really this region.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
And then out at Yucca Blossom, they had Tacos Pita.
Oh, I haven't had that.
No, and that was one of the neatest trailers I've ever seen. It had a seating area on the end of the trailer. It was part of the trailer. So you had the kitchen part, then where you take your order part.
Yeah.
And then on the very back part of the trailer, there was a round table, and you could seat 4 people up there.
That's great.
In that, the Hawaiian Island hut was there with the snow cones. I saw a lot of people walking around with snow cones.
Yep.
The Little Bits Donut Factory was out there. I saw tons of donuts.
Those are very good.
Lazy Six food trailer.
Okay.
That is a monster trailer.
Really?
Triple axle.
Oh, wow.
And they were doing chicken strips and onion rings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Wild West Soda, Bubba's Pit Barbecue, and El Chupacabra.
Oh, yes.
So, and we've seen them around at different places. So I think all the best food trucks around were in Artesia.
I know, absolutely. Yeah, no, it was a great day. And that the number that I'm glad that Tammy has actual numbers, because for us, it's hard to guesstimate because people are walking around. But from my eye, just counting certain sections of people, I think throughout the day, I would have guessed 2,000 to 2,500 from the 9 a.m. to 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. slot that we had. So it was great.
That's amazing, and hopefully all the car exhibitors.
Yeah.
All had a great time.
They seem to have a blast. I think not being able to have it the last couple of years, those that have been used to coming, not even just locals, but we had people, we had lots of people registered from out of state. The chamber was overseeing the online registrations, and on Friday when they closed registration, they had 110 registrants, and the majority of those are from out of town.
Wow!
So it was fun, and those people that came said, we've been looking forward to this. Getting able to come back and see all their all their buddies that had been there from years past. So everyone seemed to have a really great day.
That is fantastic. What was were you in the parade, or you just?
I just was the making sure everybody lined up. Didn't crash or anything before we left the bowl. But, it's okay. So as someone who's been in parades, you can understand this. When you stage a parade, especially at the Bulldog Bowl parking lot, you do several different lines.
Right.
And then that way there's not one big long line. It gets congested. So typically in our parades, we have 3, maybe 4 lines wide at when we have floats for Light Up Artesia and those types of things, or homecoming. Of course, homecoming is one of our biggest.
Right.
We had 8.
8 lines.
8 different lines of cars.
Right.
And there's no floats to take up that much space. So that's when I was going, oh my gosh, how many cars do we have? So of course I couldn't count until every single one passed me. So it was really, really cool to see that many cars roll out.
That's amazing, because you're right, because when you're doing the floats, tractor trailer.
Oh yeah, that's 2-3 car links plus the truck that's pulling it.
Yeah.
I mean, so they take up a lot of space. So 3 to 4 lines make sense. But I was like, oh my goodness, this is insane. So it was fun.
So what was your favorite vehicle that you remember that really stood out in your mind?
Okay, so this is when I was telling to Jessica at the chamber, and I said, I'm really, really glad that we do this event, but I'm really glad that I'm over the food trucks and I have nothing to do with the cars, because I like that pink one. I have no clue what it's called. I have no clue.
So don't call you to judge.
Don't call me to judge. No,
Okay.
in fact, back in the day when it was a judge show, now they do the Decade Awards. When it was a judge show, there was a line item for the Artesia MainStreet favorite car. And my very first year, Dorothy came up and said, you need to go pick your favorite car. And I said, Dorothy, I don't know anything about cars. She goes, that's okay. Just pick your favorite.
Yeah, just pick your favorite.
So I did. I was like, oh, that one's cute. And whatever. And they're probably all rolling their eyes like, yeah, if you get the Artesia MainStreet Award, it's just like okay, you did really good.
Well,
it's a good looking car.
That's right. Nothing wrong with that.
No, nobody can ask me what it was called or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But was there one this year that you remember?
There was a few in from my memory in the parade. I was too busy running around on Saturday, but it's hard to describe what they were. I just liked all the different varieties. That's my favorite thing about the car show is you have all the way back to the originals to the fun lowriders and stuff. I just think those are so cool, and people get so creative.
Oh, they do
with how they show the car, all of those different things. There was one. And honestly, I can't even remember the car, but the guy had those skeletons that sing and dance at Halloween in front. It was a black car
really?
In front, and they were playing little guitar and singing a tune. And he had an old school car, an infant car seat, just the little leather wraparound, basically a high chair now, in the passenger side of the car. So when I first got there, they were in front of each hubcap, or in front of each headlight at the front, and they were singing and dancing.
That's cool.
And at the end of the day, they'd gotten tired, so he'd put them in the car, and one was in the driver's seat, and one was in the passenger seat, the infant car seat. So anyway, it was fun. People got really creative.
Yeah.
Got really creative.
Well, that is fantastic, and I'm glad it was. You said this earlier. It was great weekend weather.
Great weekend for weather. Yeah, we so lucked out. I got a little nervous on Friday because right before the cruise it got a little windy, but that was really it.
Yeah,
just that little gust, and after that,
y'all were having fun doing all that. I was out at the fairgrounds, trying to find an electrical outlet for our trailer.
How'd that work out for you?
Well, I found one up there on the back of a building.
Really?
And I had to creatively make a ladder.
I was going to say, is this OSHA compliant? What you
No.
were doing?
No. No way was there anything having to do with OSHA compliant. And so the good news was I was able to plug it in and get the power to the trailer. The bad thing is that then you have to take it down.
Oh, yeah, and at the end of the day,
So
too.
yesterday I was trying to reverse my makeshift
Your makeshift ladder?
my ladder to get up there to unplug it, and it was
Hey, at least you didn't do it Saturday afternoon when you were nodding off at the softball game.
exactly.
That would not have been good. That would
Oh
not
my
have been
gosh, that was crazy, and there were a lot of people in town. There were people in from Gallup, because that's who they played on
Yeah,
Saturday. There were a
yeah,
bunch of folks in from
absolutely.
Gallup that came down, so I hope some of them
I think so.
made it
Yeah.
down to the car
yeah.
show.
We got to visit with quite a few people from around the state and like El Paso, Lubbock area, Midland area. We had a lot of people from Midland, Odessa area. So
Yeah.
it was good. It was good to see people walking around downtown and going to eat and that kind of thing. So
Yeah,
it was great.
well, that's good. Well, I got my green chili cheeseburger fix.
You did?
The
Good.
Bubba's barbecue trailer. Had
Okay.
and it was kind of like the way they make them at the Our Lady of Grace Festival, where they take the bun and they toast the top of the bun.
yeah,
So it was
so
very
good.
it was very well done.
Good.
Green chili cheeseburger. So
Good.
I was happy with that. Did you
love
have a
it.
favorite food item?
You
Or
know,
did you get to sample all of
I
it?
didn't get to sample any of it actually.
no.
I know. I was too busy running around and crazy. Like I said, we had so many people, which was great.
Yeah.
But didn't want to take a spot in line from somebody else.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Well, that just another exciting, successful weekend in Artesia. Then I
Yes.
bet the hotels were full, and
I think so. Yeah, and you know, I haven't gotten a chance. The two that I walked by the most were the Wellhead and Kith and Kin, and they were all.
I bet they were
And
packed. Yeah.
even I had to run back down here in the evening on Saturday to grab a few things just back at the Heritage Plaza, and it was about 6:00, 6:30, and they were still
Yeah.
still going.
It was
so.
kind of funny. Sunday, and of course, we're big fans of Kith and Kin, and
Yeah.
we've got our coffee that is keeping us awake right now. But Sunday, they're not open.
Mm-hmm.
They're, as they say on their website, they're recaffeinated.
Yes, I like.
So Sunday, I had to get coffee, and so I had coffee from another place. And Rob has fans all over the place. So the coffee from this other place is sitting on the counter in the trailer, and this fan of Kith and Kin comes up to the trailer, and we're talking, and they start going on and on. You really need to go to Kith and Kin. You need to try Kith and Kin. They, Kith and Kin. And I'm like, I agree with you 100%.
I just couldn't go today.
But it's Sunday.
And they're allowed to recaffeinate, but I just need my caffeine.
I just need my caffeine.
I get it. I get it. Yeah.
So, but Rob, you've got fans everywhere.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's good.
that are really telling the story of Kith and Kin. So
yeah,
that's
what
a
you
good
want
thing.
as a business owner. You know, people
Yeah.
to tell your story.
Oh yeah. No, it's fantastic.
Good.
So what's next?
Well,
Yes.
what's next is actually as of today.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're following us on social media, we will be posting this. We have already have our request for proposal out for our next mural downtown.
Okay.
So if you'll go to our, you can go to our homepage, artesiamainstreet.com, our website. Right on our homepage under featured event is the request for proposal. We just happen to put it there, so it's easy to see. But we'll have until the end of this month. If any artist wants to put in a
concept?
design, a concept to design, the site is the 212 West Main Street. That's the Harvey and Simons building. So it's going to be on the west side. So actually
Okay.
facing, I guess that's technically 3rd, that little side street. Is that? Anyway.
Is that the one that's blocked by the bank?
Was it the downtown road? No, it's across the street. So across the street.
But I mean the
from
street. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't go. It only goes from one side of Main Street.
And then
not
it goes
the
to
other.
the library. Mm-hmm. Can you stick around for just a second?
Sure,
We need
can.
to take a break.